Well, coming to you once again from the back room at Spring Creek Model Trains here in Deshler, Nebraska. We are here to cover their 25th anniversary open house, train show, extravaganza, fireworks show, pie eating contest / pretty much anything and everything.
Yeah.
I'm your host from the Around the Layout podcast, Ray Arnott. Sitting to my side here is the editor of Model Railroad News, Mr. Tony Cook.
Thanks a lot, Ray. Yes. When you say back room, I almost feel like there'd be the little sliding thing. Say the Zucker sent me. You know,
yes,
like
exactly.
Speakeasy.
You got to know the secret code to get in and out of this room. And probably because there's so much awesome train stuff that's on its way to its owners.
We've been piling up this
We ought to
weekend.
take a picture. We'll have to take a picture and share with everybody the stuff that's on its way out the door. People helping obviously support Spring Creek Model Trains and getting their awesome goods here this weekend. I know they've been running deals on their website. And, amongst all the other festivities that we've been able to partake in.
I know I'd been down to the community center. I'd been over to the high school a couple of times. And then, of course, up here at the store. But when we were just at the high school, we went in and saw the Nebraska Fremo guys were over to the right side in that gym area. And so I thought I'd seen everything this weekend. And then here's this whole room of operating in scale.
Surprise. Yeah, there's some more stuff here. Wow. So, yeah, they got the high school, they got the community center, plus the store. And I know they were doing clinics yesterday across the street at I think it was City Hall. And they have taken all of Deshler, Nebraska, our little town of, we used to say 747. Now it's 752.
This morning, 752, which I had. Yeah, that has to be fairly recent. Yeah.
So we've added a few more people to Deshler, but still such a small, cool, quaint community.
It's a neat town, isn't it?
Is.
Yeah. I always talk about it and say, what a nice, love driving up, and it's just a cool place. And
yes,
it is.
It is small town America at its finest, and very cool. It's one that you could definitely see modeled, right?
Yes. Really. The brick streets and the small town. Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll say hi to a few folks that are spending their 4th of July weekend with us. John Garvin saying hello, Ray and Tony. Good to see you, John. And Gary Binder also saying glad to see another episode. It was very nice to meet you yesterday. Yeah, he realizes that we may not remember names, so he gave us the Burlington shirt and yellow UP hat. So that was very cool. Thanks for saying hello to us, Gary. We certainly do appreciate that. We get to see a lot of folks, and you and I kind of joked, it's sometimes hard to remember names, but we definitely remember stories, and it's always interesting to hear people's stories.
I go on Facebook, like this morning I was on Facebook, and I saw somebody that came up and said hi to me yesterday. It's like, yeah, I know that guy, but I can't remember now. And then I saw it, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's that guy. I know him. Yeah. Again, there's kind of that until you meet him in the real world. It's like, oh yeah, I messaged with that person on train stuff, and it's like, okay, yeah. So you get to meet a lot of folks when you're up here.
Absolutely do. And yeah, it's so awesome to see so many fine folks here traveling. Obviously, not all 752 townsfolk are here, and there's a lot of people here. So there's a lot of out-of-towners. We talked to Devin Jackson offline. We'll be putting all of the audio together. He's camping over in the town park. That's
Isn't that
kind of
neat
a cool
little
story.
park?
Yeah. And he, I won't give the whole thing away, but $60 for the week to stay there in the park.
Yeah. It's awesome. A fun place. Bandit and I have had many a lunch break making ham and cheese sandwiches and running around the park there when we come up here to visit the shop. So yeah.
Awesome stuff. So yeah, we're here. Unfortunately, the guest that we were supposed to have on, Nick from NixTrainz, he's by himself, and he has been busy helping folks figure out all the electronic stuff, doing what Nick does best. Yep. So we don't want to slight him any bit. Make sure you go to his website. That's NixTrainz.com, NixTrainz.com. Check out his decoder buddy. It has really revolutionized DCC install. It has made it a lot easier to convert, especially older locomotives. And I know he's got some really neat new products. We'll get his information out there so folks can check that out. I know he has a capacitor that's now available for his.
Oh, and boy, that's a hot thing now.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely check out Nick Santo, NixTrainz, NixTrainz.com. Show him some support. check that out. And, you know, if you have any questions in relation to that, reach out to Nick. He's a super nice guy.
For sure.
And super
we had
helpful.
supper with him last night. He was there. Yeah, when we had supper. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Nick is a great guy, and definitely support his business. But we've got a couple other folks coming up, at least one more live stream, and this is one we're looking forward to.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. We've had mom and dad on. Now it's time to have the sons and let them have their say.
We're going to have Mike and Jeff, the brothers Zucker, will be here with us at 3:00 Central. So it's our next show. Which is it going on 3:00? Really? Is it after 2?
No, it's 2:15 right now. My computer's still stuck on the East Coast.
This day's just getting away from me. Yeah. I mean, I thought Sunday would be a little slower, and I was just talking with Dan at Yelton. He said the same thing. He goes, today is just like, I'm like, I know. I thought I'd get more done today because it'd be a little quieter, slower, and that's been crazy today too.
Yeah, we've been zipping around. We've been using the Lincoln like a go-kart,
running back and forth between the different places. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun going over to see folks. We've got the ATLP 2022 interchange car powered by Humanity Junction. That would mean the N scale car over on the layout at the school. We hit the first one, and now we hit on the Nebraska.
It's on the Nebraska Fremo now. Yeah,
so we'll be putting more information up. We'll get that car moving again. Glad we found it. Now we have a way to track it.
You lost it?
It was lost for about 2 weeks.
Does it have one of those ACI labels on it? Do you have a reader?
It should. We should.
And it didn't work.
No, it got lost. It got stuck in a yard somewhere, but we were able to kick it out and get it moving again. If you're interested in signing up to get on the ATLP tour, whether in N or HO, you can go to aroundthelayout.com/2022, sign up for it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, we had Michelle Kempema from the Colorado Model Railroad Museum, and she was going through the book as we were handing it out, and she's like, I'm in here. And she found her name in the log and showed everybody. And we've been looking at all the states that it's been through, and we can't wait to send that NCAR International too. Like the HO, the big brother is out there
it's
making
down
the
under
tour.
Right now, isn't it?
It is in Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
Our executive producer, Paul Cassar, ended up with the car, and he took a couple photos, and then we got it moving along. So it's now with Gary Rumming, and Gary will move it to the next stop. We got New Zealand, and then Europe, and then
it's going to go to Europe too.
We're going to go to Europe, and then. Yes, Don Iris, we will get it to Sebastian, Florida. I've been taking a lot of heat from Don Iris about not getting that car to Sebastian. So we will work on getting that car moving very quickly so that we can get it back over here in the States and start hitting more spots. So again, if you want to be a part of all the fun that is the ATLP 2022 Interchange Tour, go again, roundthelayout.com/2022 to get involved. What else do you have going on? I mean, you've been here. I mean, he is a good magazine editor, and he was going back, and I saw him sitting over at the front of Spring Creek Model Trains reading other magazines as well. And so that you are just a magazine guy at heart and a book guy at heart.
And I think everybody does. We were talking about this morning with Value Trains when Derek Sampson was our guest. I told you the first time I saw his kid at the show was running down an aisle with a stack because they've got a table with like a lot of old back issues the guys bring to, because we all do share around like, I want that because it's got plans for this or that, or shows so-and-so's layout or how to weather this. And that kid was running with a stack that he could barely carry of magazines, and was just all excited. So I think we all like that kind of reference stuff. And I do Model Railroad News monthly. I've been doing it for 14 years.
Wow.
For White River Productions. And then quarterly Diesel Era. We took that over from Paul Withers in 2021, I guess. That always seems like we just started doing that. And then I'll look and see, it's like, wow, that's been like 4 years ago.
Wow.
But working on it, third quarter, I'm doing layout on it right now. We're going to have the Union Railroad Buffalo rebuilds. Those are those Baldwins that got EMD rebuilding, and Gordon Lloyd Jr. is helping me on that one. And I'm excited about it. And Sean Graham White is doing a Belt Railway of Chicago feature that will be in there too. And Nationally Rail News, with Paul Wester's photos, and Randy Keller helps with all that technical information on the build dates and who had it before. Because so much the stuff Paul Wester shoots, is old Jeeps working in an elevator or something, and it's always fun to realize or find out that was originally built as such and such. And that's always in our rail news each month. That's Diesel Era. And I sent off to the printer, I guess almost 10 days ago now, so it won't be that long before we see it. The HO Collector Annual for 2025.
Oh, very cool.
and you can reserve it now. It's on its pre-publication sale price of like $5 off at shop.whiteriverproductions.com.
Awesome.
116 color pages where I share all of my AHM freight car collection. So all of the HO freight cars they made from the early 60s into the 1980s. And they had all kinds of things from that first really cool PS1 40-foot box car to like the helium car, odd ducks like that, and the Fluxy Flow. You'll get to see all that stuff in there. I think it'll be exciting because I see you'll see that on the freight car forums and a lot of the collector things on Facebook of somebody saying, what is this car? Or who really owned these? I don't think that, Katie owned any of these. What was this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah, it's an NW prototype only, and it's a pulpwood car. But it should be a fun guide. And that's the HO Collector Annual for the year. And then I'm looking forward to, I can't really say right now, but I've got a book project I've been working on that I think we're announcing at the St. Louis RPM, which is the end of this month.
Awesome.
So watch for details on that. And all that kind of stuff you can catch up with at shop.whiteriverproductions.com.
You got a lot going on, but yeah, you took time out of your busy schedule this weekend. We jumped in the Lincoln coming out of Kansas City, took the ride up. It's been a good trip. We're going to be going back tonight. We'll be breaking our necks looking at tracks again, going all the way back. And then, but yeah, it's been an exciting weekend, been a lot of fun talking to so many different folks. And like I said, we're not done yet. We're going to have the Zuckers on here in about 40 minutes or so. And we're going to talk to Mike and Jeff about their experience. And last night, if you missed our feed last night, definitely go back on if you're watching us either on the Spring Creek Model Trains YouTube channel, or if you're watching us here on the Around the Layout podcast YouTube channel, either one, go back, watch that interview with Dave and Deb. You want to talk about people following their passion, following their dream of building a model railroad store that has now become a destination model railroad store. You have to come here. And whether you say wow or you're like me and you're absolutely speechless when you walk in, either way, get yourself to Deshler, Nebraska. It's not that hard to do. It's a great, beautiful ride up. You get to see a lot of the countryside and some really good rural America as you come up, and then come in this store. And by the way, bring a plan. That's one thing I did fail on. I didn't bring my inventory list with me.
Yeah.
So now I'm like questioning, do I own this? Do I not own this?
I've been up here before. I remember I told you the first couple times I looked, I said, I don't even have my shopping glasses on because it's floor to ceiling on all this stuff stacked. And while a lot of the companies now, I love that, and I'm pointing over to the orders getting ready to go, where you can see they put the illustration on the end of the box. A lot of those older boxes, and they have some nice old gems that are still here in stock at Spring Creek. I can't see worth the darn either. I'm too close, too far. And so I've got those glasses I use for the computer, and I stand about as far back as I sit from the computer, and I can just look down the shelf like, I see it all perfect.
I saw a guy with a magnifying glass.
I saw that too yesterday. Yeah. So see, I'm not the only one
prepared.
That needs a little help. That is prepared.
I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared. I'm thinking, okay, I got to have mics. I got to have, cameras. We got to have this or that. Hey, Ray, print out your list of cars. Nope, that didn't ring. That did not go. But good thing for TeamViewer, I was able to access my computer at home. I pulled the list down, and I was able to sort through and be able to figure out what I need and don't need in big quotes. So, but I got myself a nice collection, some memories to come back from Spring Creek Model Trains. This will be a trip I will never forget. This has been an unbelievable weekend, but a lot of fun with you, a lot of fun with all the folks that we've run into. We were at the hotel last night. We had a group of us folks between Michelle Kempema and Jennifer at Colorado Model Railroad Museum. We had Chris Palomares in there. We had James Regier in there showing us some 3D
nice
printed stuff.
Yeah, and I was excited to see those. He posted those not too long ago, those Santa Fe cars, and I was thinking they were the same as some maintenance cars I remember from the TP&W, and we compared pictures and looked at it, and yeah, they're close, but they're not the same.
No.
So now I'm wondering, those TP&Ws had like horizontal ribs. They almost look Milwaukee. So now I got to bug somebody in Milwaukee and see where did those come from. But yeah, Yeah, lots of, and again, that's part of the fun of this weekend is the people you run into. I've talked DCC stuff. I've talked old trains. I've talked new trains. I've sat up there yesterday afternoon for a while by the cash register with Christy, and his people were going out and asking, oh, when is this coming out, or what's going on with this? And it was fun to say, oh, well, they've shown early samples of that, or parts of it's done, and yeah, it's on the way. You're working on it. So always so fun to talk about trains.
I'll tell you what, I wore this red shirt today, and I was kind of worried because, you know, it does look a lot like a Spring Creek model train shirt. And
well,
even
it is.
Dan at Yelton Models,
I thought you did put on your Spring Creek.
Right.
Okay.
No, this is my Around the Layout
that's
red shirt.
Okay.
And Dan from Yelton Models made the comment. He said, hey, you know, kind of look. And I said, you know what? Put me to work. I'm okay. If I got a little time in between, and I've been able to have some conversations with folks and share my experiences and things I like and don't like, and gave out some of my advice. It's free, and it's worth every dime you pay for it. Yeah. But I was able to, you know, talk to some folks and have that conversation and kind of live the dream for the moment of running a model railroad shop like the Zuckers have now for 25 years. An amazing
family operation. Yeah, it is awesome. Very cool.
So awesome to be here. I'm glad that you folks have stopped by to see us. We'll say hello to, again, just a few of the folks. We talked to John Garvin and Gary, and N-Scale Train Boy has been joining us all weekend. And N-Scale Train Boy also says that he dropped his own order to the pile. And, you know, if I find some cool N-Scale stuff, I might add to your pile there. So just be ready there, Dennis. That's very cool. Thank you for your support to them. And yeah, a great group of friends to spend time with for sure. And Dennis, I hope you would make it out here as well. Their N-Scale collection is, we see all, you know, I'm an HO guy, you're an HO guy. And of course we pick on Mike because Mike here is the N-Scale guy, but he's done an awesome job with N. There is such an amazing amount of N-Scale stuff here in the store too. So yeah, HO and N, and you know, the stuff they have. They even have some O-scale stuff.
There's some O.
So yeah, they've got a lot of stuff. They're covering a lot of the corners, and track, and basically everything you need. You could basically back your truck up here, load it up, and then you'd have everything you need to get a layout started.
And I've seen that. I've seen people walking out the door with micro engineering, sticks of track, cork road bed. It's like, well, that guy's going to be busy.
That's right. Yeah. He's on his way.
On his way.
And what a great way to get the flywheel turning, too. When you get around people like this, you go over, you see some of the modular layouts, and then you talk to people, and then you see the products, and you hear the people talking about their own projects. Nothing better to boost the flywheel turning. And
absolutely,
you know, events like this, and then you and I are going to be in St. Louis for the RPM
in just a few weeks,
and there's another one that'll kick a flywheel turning. By the time you run out, you'll want to run through a wall to start building your own layout after you leave the St. Louis RPM as well. So awesome stuff, Tony. Glad you were able to join me for this as we kind of recap a little bit of our 2 days here in Deshler, Nebraska, and the fun that we've had. And I can't wait to, in a little bit here, have the Zuckers on. Now we're approaching about 30 minutes away from that. We'll put a notification up. So this is one that we didn't have posted earlier. So just go back to the YouTube channel here in about 5 or so minutes. You'll be able to hit the notification button, so you'll be notified for that. And don't miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun to get those two on and hear their stories about coming home and helping mom and dad run this now incredibly awesome family business.
Absolutely.
So, Tony, thank you for joining me, and we'll be seeing all of you in about a half hour. See you then.